Greetings, fellow geeks. My name is Drake and Red Fox, and this is Geeks Like Me. Welcome back to another episode of Geeks Like Me. This week, we are back at the Nexus to take you guys through a tour of this great venue. So, let's go inside and see what it's all about. Joining us today on the show, we have Byron Fox from the Nexus to show us around and take us on the tour. Byron, thanks for joining us and thanks for agreeing to show us around.
Thanks for having me on the show, and it's nothing but a pleasure.
Shall we get started?
Yes, definitely. Let's go.
Thanks.
So down here we've just entered the first bastion of our nerdy stronghold, the retail sector. This is of course where we sell everything from PS3, PS4, PSP, even Vita, and most of the gaming platforms. We've now started to incorporate board games a lot more, plushies, paraphernalia, trade paperback of comics, figurines, and other little collectibles. So really, we try and make it so anything you want to buy that's nerdy or geeky, we're keeping here.
So basically, your one-stop geek shop.
Yes.
That is fantastic. Right, so where to from here?
Okay, well, we're just going to go upstairs and show you the rest of the building and the experience. So let's go.
Fantastic. Cool, so what is this huge room we have up here?
Well, this is actually our organized play area. This is where, for anyone who has any nerdy hobby, any geeky hobby that's tabletop related, this is a space for them to come say, hey, we want to play Magic, we want to play Pokemon, we want to play board games, we want to do HeroClix or anything similar to that. It's a space for guys who maybe have grown their group a bit too big for home. This can be their second home.
So if I want to play a game like, say, X-Wing, for example,
Yes.
with some of my mates, I can say, listen guys, phone you guys up, go, me and 4 mates want to come and play X-Wing, can we take one of the tables and bring up stuff we can come and play?
That's exactly the idea.
That is fantastic. Now obviously you guys are going to host tournaments here as well?
Yes, that's exactly correct. We've actually had an X-Wing day which was pretty successful. Took about half to maybe 3/4 of the room worth of X-Wing players. So that was pretty amazing. We've had a Magic pre-release for the Aether Revolt set that just recently launched. That was literally wall to wall with nothing but Magic with a bit of a splash of HeroClix in the back. And we're hoping to have just more and more tournaments, and the space is also going to be used for launch events for maybe consoles, games, peripherals, and maybe even cosplay events once we get that up and going.
That is fantastic. Okay, where to from now?
From now, let's go check out the VR room if you want.
Yeah, that would be awesome, thanks. So, what room is it that we have here, Byron?
Well, this here is our PlayStation VR room, as you can see by Horizon, Zero Dawn, and that wall over there, and quite a wall there. Very pro PlayStation room in here. Specifically, it's for guys to try out the VR. Whether you want to buy it or not, it's up to you. But it's just for guys to come and say, hey, I want to see what the future of gaming is. The two big ones that guys have been trying a lot has been the Rush of Blood, specifically the Until Dawn demo that they did, and the Star Wars, because obviously Rogue One, got to see how they found that droid, and it's an actual prequel to the movie. So, I mean, are you keen to try VR?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
So obviously you just want to unlock it at the back, adjust it with the front. That's pretty much that. So if you want to get that on in the meantime, then demo-wise, what can I boost up for you, man?
Star Wars Battlefront.
Star Wars, okay, awesome stuff.
Wow.
And how did you enjoy it, man?
That was absolutely fantastic. For all the PS4 players out there, if you haven't tried this, you should really come and try it. It is an absolutely brilliant experience.
To do with the Vive as opposed to just sitting down and playing with something like a controller or mouse and keyboard. You actually have two laser sensors that are set up in a room to actually track the headset itself and the two peripherals. So everything's one-to-one scaling and everything's one-to-one tracking. So as you move down, move around, it tracks all that orientation real-time 360 degrees.
Wow.
So in terms of walking around in VR, it's quite an experience. The green laser, if you want to do the tutorial on the far right, you're welcome to. Otherwise, if you want to jump straight in, you just shoot the ready to rock button. So you use the triggers to shoot.
Let's try it.
Well, little click, and then again, classic shoot. And you'll have your two weapons, and there you go, man. I'll just drive the tank on the much. Move out the way. When it goes all slow-mo. Oh, he's got you. Whew. Nice. I gets out of there pretty quickly. Oh no. That's what you did.
Wow. Cool.
Pretty amazing, huh?
Yeah, that was fantastic. You have to come to the Nexus and try this out. It is fantastic. Right, so here we are. Please explain to me what the setup is here.
Cool. The whole idea behind this is similar to the Vive Room, so it's from the Acer Predator range of their pre-built machines that they're really trying to showcase. So this little machine is a very powerful little machine. It's actually running Project Cars with the Thrustmaster, so not only showing off an amazing game graphically and how smoothly it runs on just the best settings, but it's also showing off what a racing game feels like with the Thrustmaster in an obvious racing setup. So guys are welcome to pop in and try that out. The little Thrustmaster has quite a bit of feedback to it, so don't be too scared when it does try and push you back if you crash or whatever.
Yeah, okay, that's very realistic. That's cool. Wow. Okay, so that's going to take me a little bit of getting used to. That's a powerful steering wheel. That is a lot of feedback.
Yes.
But still, fantastic experience altogether. Okay, so the LAN room.
Yes, this is specifically our PC LAN room, in again conjunction with Acer and their Predator range. This is actually their pre-built rigs that they want to show off, and it's also good for guys who just want to come out and experience landing, because landing has actually fallen away a little bit. So what we've got here is a pre-built Corsair machine. It does take a full card, and on the machine, unfortunately, because the hard drive is a bit small, we've got some of the older throwback LAN games. So we've got like Quake 3 Arena, Unreal Tournament 2004, Unreal 3, Dota 2, Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds 2, and again, it's just for guys to say, hey, we've got 4 mates, 5 mates, 10 mates who want to come in and try it out. They just ring ahead, say we want to come in, and they are welcome to come experience it.
That's fantastic. So I can just like say to 4 of my buddies, let's go on a Saturday, book out the menu, let's go land for a couple of hours.
Yeah, and it's in our slots. If you want 1 hour, 4 hours, if we have the staff and it's not a double booking, that's it, guys can just come in through.
Fantastic. The Xbox landing room?
Oh, that's just around the corner if you want to have a look.
Cool, let's go. Cool, so the Xbox room.
Yes, it's exactly the room we're in right now. Similar to the PC LAN room, the whole idea is that guys can come through and just have a place to play with their mates. So obviously this is catering to the Xbox One crowd. So whatever the suppliers are trying to punt at the time will be the games in the machine. But again, no fee involved. Just phone ahead and say, hey, there's maybe 1, 2, 8, however mates you want to try bring through, what kind of time slot you're aiming for, and it's just again to bring up that culture. Like let's say you have a mate that wants to play FIFA but is sort of on the fence about it. Do you love FIFA? What a better way to indoctrinate him into the love you have than to let him experience it. So that's the whole idea behind these rooms.
And off to the next room.
Yes.
Where are we going?
Have you guys seen the MakerBot room yet?
No.
Well, that's the 3D printing room, so I think we should go have a look at that.
Super. So this is the MakerBot room.
Yep, that's exactly that. For guys that are maybe not familiar with MakerBot, that's our 3D printing room.
Okay, 3D printing, so you can print pretty much anything that you would like to print.
Yeah, depending on your time or someone else's time, if they have the schematic online, if you can 3D model it, you should be able to 3D print most things.
And the public can come here and actually print stuff for themselves.
Yeah.
At a cost, obviously.
Yeah, exactly that. They'll bring their design, we'll double check it and make sure there's no errors. It will also check the gram usage because we charge per gram and the time. And then if everything's good to go, we'll be able to print it.
Okay, but the detail on this is absolutely phenomenal. It is so realistic.
Yeah, not only phenomenally detailed, but some of it's actually functional. Like this spanner has actually been crafted in one go, so you can actually tighten and loosen it. It's not going to be as strong as tempered steel for normal tools, but it's going to get a lot more done that you could just get done with your hands. So, pretty amazing.
That's awesome. Okay, so where to off next?
Well, we actually have pretty amazing restaurants if you want to have a look at that.
A restaurant here.
Yes,
That's
inside
fantastic. Cool, yeah, let's go. And this is it. Like, this is the best addition to a geek venue, a restaurant.
Yep, it's exactly that. Obviously, one of the big gripes is not having any food or drink when you go out to these places. So we thought, hey, let's put it in the middle of the Nexus so everyone knows.
Yeah, I've heard some good things about the menu here, like a lot of things that you could try. Some things that you like.
For me, it's definitely got to be the gourmet milkshakes. Things like the Oreo milkshake that has chunks of Oreo in it. Absolutely amazing. The burgers are a nice big portion. It's an actual homemade 200-gram patty, so double the industry standard of the 100. That's really nice. The cheesy chips, just for a nice big carved up and a nice big generous plate of chips, is really good. And the mozzarella bites, actually. It's deep fried mozzarella with the guacamole sauce inside.
That sounds absolutely divine. And after this, I'm definitely going to try some of those things out. Byron, once again, thank you so much for joining us on the show, and thank you so much for showing us around. It was absolutely epic.
No, it was only my pleasure, man. Again, thanks for having us on the show. Hi, my name's Byron Fox. I'm from the Nexus, and I love geeks like me.
And that is unfortunately it for this week. But please join us again next week as we start our 3-part What Is series. Well, sounds like the ride is here. So till next time, game on and geek on. Remember to subscribe to our channel and like and share this video with your friends.